Дорогі українці, українки, сьогодні головне – це, звичайно, питання фронту.
Dear Ukrainians, today the key issue is, of course, the front line and our counteraction to Russian operations. Throughout the day, there have been reports from the Commander-in-Chief, Intelligence, Interior Minister. Special attention is paid to the Kharkiv region. Defensive battles are ongoing, fierce battles on a large part of our border area. There are villages that have actually turned from a gray zone into a combat zone, and the occupier is trying to gain a foothold in some of them, or simply use some of them for further advancement. I'd like to thank our warriors who are holding their positions and destroying the occupier. Artillery, drones, everyone who is involved and is involved effectively. I am grateful to you. Our task is obvious. We need to inflict as many losses as possible on the occupier, in particular on the outskirts of Vovchansk. The situation is extremely difficult. The city is under constant Russian fire, and our military is carrying out counterattacks, helping local residents. And it is very important that everyone who is directly there in the Kharkiv region shows maximum efficiency now in the armed forces, in the security forces, in local authorities, in communities. Everything depends on what you are capable of in a war, whether you can withstand the attacks and hold your ground so that everyone else can do the same. The key thing is our resilience and Ukrainian results in battles. We are also paying constant attention to other areas of combat operations, including the Donetsk sector, where the situation is no less intense. In fact, the idea behind the attacks in the Kharkiv region is to spread our forces thin and undermine the moral and motivational basis of the Ukrainians' ability to defend themselves. The Pokrovsk direction is the most difficult, despite everything. Just this day alone, there have been 30 combat engagements in the Pokrovsk direction already. The Liman and Vremivka directions are also tough. Kramatorsk, Kupiansk. Our warriors are adequately retaliating against the occupier and doing everything possible, often impossible, to deter Russian assaults and respond to the occupier with fire. And one more thing, Russian psyops are always the energy for Russian ground operations. The occupier feeds on lies and the fear that follows the lies. Defensive battles are never easy, and they always become more difficult when the enemy manages to use fear. So now it is safer not to be led by emotions, not to chase the headline, to double-check every news report, to look for information, not emotions or rumors, and to trust the Ukrainian defense forces. Our warriors know what to do, and we are working with our partners, including our domestic Ukrainian arms production facilities, to ensure that our warriors have what they need to act. I am grateful to everyone who helps. I thank everyone who fights for Ukraine and fights steadfastly. Thank you to everyone who gives results to Ukraine. Glory to Ukraine.